Hello, friends. The topic of today's video is the power of connection. And so, for a while, I've been off and on thinking about this or trying to understand how this this works when people go to, say, go to, like a retreat or a convention, someplace where there's a mass gathering of people, and they all, you know, a lot of times people come back. There's amazing experience. The energy was so high. People feel uplifted. Um, and I was trying to think, like, how does that happen, or why does that occur um, when people come away from an event where there's a large group of people and they feel so good, or the the energy around them is so high. um it's almost like, is it because, well, I started thinking, like, does it have anything to do with the fact that there's just a large amount of people? Like, if we were to sit in a circle of five people, maybe we couldn't come away with the same experience as we would if there were 5,000 people sitting together in a circle or in a room or a convention or something to that effect. Um, so, um, what jogged my memory to this was because, our friend Terry just came back from a retreat, I think hosted by Debbie Freebird, and she was saying how the experience was so amazing, and you could actually feel it from her. The glow that was coming off of her. You could tell she had an experience and how, like, amazing it was. And so it got me to thinking again, like, what's behind that? Does it have anything to do with the fact of just being surrounded by a large group of people? Does it have anything to do with maybe the reason why everybody's gathering? I know, well, speaking just, on Terry's experience, um, is it because she's surrounded with friends, Um, or does it have anything to do with just the number? Right. And so I started thinking about it. And maybe all of it's true. Like, all of it could be a factor. I started thinking about, like, sporting events, right? There's, like, you go to a football game, there could be 50 to 100,000 people. And obviously, if the team wins, then everybody's happy. It was a great experience. Or if it's a close game and there's a lot of drama, that's always a factor into why everybody becomes emotional. And so there's energy in that also. And so that got me thinking, like, maybe it has to do with focus. Or does it have anything to do with focus? So, like, the focus of, so if everybody were to, when everybody comes together, like, for an event, a movie, whatever, there's a focus, right? So if you're going to, like, a retreat, like what Terry did, there's a reason behind it. There's intent, there's focus, why the gathering's happening and what's taking place. Same thing when you go to a movie, everybody's focused on one thing. Or, if it was a convention of some sort, like the DNC or RNC or whatever, everybody's focused on one thing, right? And so, is that what makes the energy higher, or makes um I guess it has to do with energy. I was gonna say, is that what makes something special? But it doesn't have to be. I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be special. Um, I don't know. I was just thinking about it, or contemplating, like, what could it be? So, if it has anything to do with focus and intent, then I was also thinking, like, what if you applied that to something like healing, right? So, sometimes we go into healing circles or meditation groups and stuff like that, and the intent is healing. And, sometimes we come away from it and we can feel it. We could feel the energy. We could feel like when Kevin Lewis hosts his um, his healing, I don't know what he calls it, healing circle, or I don't know, his events on Sundays, right? He used to do those monthly healing meditations, and it was just we all come together and we meditate on healing, and then a lot of times, well, sometimes I would walk away from that and I'd feel like, wow, I could feel it right away. I could feel there was a lot of energy, something happened. Um, I don't know if it was healing, but maybe it was just because I felt good after the experience, right? Uh, but there was maybe a little focus, right? Just focus on healing. Um, but what if we were all to focus on the same thing? So, because healing has, maybe it means something different to everybody, right? Um, so like in the last healing circle, um, when Kevin does those ones on Zoom recently, he's been asking people, like what is your definition of healing? What does it mean to you? Right. And so when I did it, when I asked myself that question, the answer that I received from spirit was healing is um, the completion of an experience. And but to somebody else, healing might mean to take the pain away, or to um, make my blood pressure go down, or to have regular blood sugar levels so that I don't feel sick all the time, or something to that effect, right? So everybody's experience is different because their definition is different, right? So, what if we got, 50 people to focus on one thing, one specific thing? Um, would that create a lot of energy to where everybody had the same experience? So I don't know what happened at Debbie's retreat, the one that Terry attended. Um, but maybe there was a focus, a specific focus on one specific thing that was very focused and not maybe generalized. And that was the experience, or that created the experience because everyone there was focused on the same thing. Like when you go to a football game, everybody's focused. Well, not everybody, but a large amount of people are focused on your favorite team, or uh, your team doing good. And that all that energy, because it's focused on one specific thing, creates that electric moment, you know? Um, I don't know. Like I said, I've been giving it thought over time, and Terry, just reminded me of that question. I actually thought about this I remember it was December of last year, and I was pondering that question for till about February, because I had some things in mind that I wanted to maybe push forward, and I didn't. But maybe in the future, I won't give it away now because there's a lot of things going on for myself and in the world, and I think you know when you do something, uh, it's best if you have a clear definition of why you're doing it, and maybe not just the intent is enough. But getting back to the original question, the power of connection. Um, Yeah, I'd just like to know your thoughts. If you don't mind putting them down in the comments, like um, that that electric feeling, or that feeling of wow or amazement or whatever it is, that electricity, you know, is that because there is a lot of people, or because you're at an event with a lot of people, or does it even matter if you're with a lot of people? Can you recreate that just by maybe your intent or your focus? And if you are with, even if you're with five people, could you recreate that feeling? Or does the amount of people make a difference in getting that wow feeling? Um, it'd be interesting. The other thought that I had too, I don't know why I go there sometimes with this, but um, what about the aliens, the ETs? Our galactic family or friends. Like, do they have that issue? Do they need to be surrounded by you know, uh, other ETs? I don't even know how to say it. Can they recreate that feeling also, or do they? Is this just like a Earth thing or like a human thing where, we don't understand, know, realize how to have those wow feelings, those electric moments, without maybe being with a large number of people or something to that effect. I think you guys understand kind of what I'm trying to get at. Hopefully. Uh, I think I should stop here before I keep rambling on. But yeah, just if you could get down in the comments um, and share your thoughts, I'd much appreciate it. I'd like uh, I'd like to know what other people think, uh, just to expand my awareness. I sometimes I get tunnel vision. I go down um, rabbit holes and stuff like that, and it's a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing because a rabbit hole is only so big, so you kind of lose sight of other things, right? Because you get so my vision maybe gets so focused, or it gets narrowed down, and I lose sight of all the other possibilities, maybe. But I'll end it there. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on the next one.